welcome to our home. I'm glad you're all here. This is a very special event. We have been working on it for quite some time in order to put this together. It was an idea conceived originally by Mr. and Mrs. Ezra Friedlander from New York. They honored us to be here tonight. And the concept is that we want to make sure what President Sadat did in 1977, 1978, 79, which led to the peace with Israel, is lived and is a good example and is a good sample of what it should be like and what we would like to see the rest of the Middle East be like, look like. So with that in mind, I want to welcome all of you. We want to go first and explain. We have a good program set of the gold medal that is going to be in September. Israel is more detail. We'll discuss about it. And we.
Good evening. I'm Henry Manucheri, and I'm one of 5 hosts tonight. We had the pleasure of traveling to Egypt and Israel back in February 2018, and there was a delegation of about 25 people, and Ezra Friedlander and his wife Gabriela did a fantastic job in putting this event together. And we had the pleasure of meeting personally with President al-Sisi for what was going to be 15 minutes, turned out to be 2.5 hours. And we had a nice hotel room on the Nile, and it was really a trip of a lifetime. And hence, since then, what we have done is continue to build this bridge as private people, not politicians, between the Israeli side and the Egyptian side. And tonight we have the ambassador of Egypt, Mrs. Bechimar. She spoke for us recently, right before Passover, on Shabbat HaGadol at the Iranian Shul Torah Chaim, and she was a very big hit, and people have asked her to come back. Now a lot of people want to come and see Egypt after us endorsing it, so it's a pleasure to have you back tonight, Mrs. Ambassador. And also, I believe you have the ambassador of Israel. Consul General tonight, and it's really an effort by private people to further peace, and we took out of our daily schedules and went on this incredible trip, and thank God it's bear fruit to the point where we are going to have a series of events. And I remember, as I told President al-Sisi, I was 14 years old in 1977, and I was sitting at my uncle's house in Iran, and here comes President delegation. This door not opening. But that didn't happen. President Sadat came out, and never did I realize that literally 40 years later, I would be in Cairo addressing and speaking and meeting Egyptians and also President al-Sisi. So it's quite a remarkable event, and Ezra Friedlander, a top lobbyist, best in class, had worked on this trip for a long time to award the gold medal of honor to Ambassador Sadat's widow. This is going to be officially done sometime in September, I think, in Washington, D.C. Unveiling. So I wanted to introduce Ezra to you. Please give us a word.
Thank you very much. Thank you to our host, Jack and Linda, for opening your home. Thank you, Arya and Judy, for co-hosting. Sala and Gabi, Stanley, and Barbara. Where's Barbara? Oh, hello. and Henry, for your kind words. I feel that we're all interconnected, and we should become even more interconnected. That's why, God willing, when the Congressional Gold Medal will be presented to the late President Sadat and accepted, God willing, by Mrs. Sadat, on behalf of the co-hosts, we'll notify everyone, and hopefully you can join us as well. President Sadat was unique for many reasons. But let me just underline one important factor which the world should continue to appreciate. It's called courage. It's very popular to embrace peace when it's easy. But we all know in our private lives, sometimes we have conflicts, and it's not that easy. What President Sadat represented was courage. He made a determination, no more war. He made a declaration to his own people in his own native tongue, Arabic, I will pursue peace with the state of Israel. He backed that up with words. He got on an airplane, as Henry described, and he said, I want to address the people of Israel directly. And he did that. And when he did that, the Arab League divorced themselves from President Sadat. Obviously, to make a long story short, peace was accomplished. Obviously, the state of Israel, the late Prime Minister Begin, no one expected that he would be the one that would conclude a peace treaty with Israel. It wasn't easy. I'm not going to go into all the details, but peace was achieved. And 40 years later, we saw last week Egyptian helicopters answering the call of Prime Minister Netanyahu during the fire. And that's just one example. Shafiq Gabar, who due to an injury could not participate. And Shafiq means the world to all of us. He hosted us in Cairo as well. Yes. He welcomed us in the most glamorous fashion, as only Shafiq Gabar can do. So I want to read a very brief letter. Dear colleagues, dear friends, I was delighted to learn that the Anwar Sadat Congressional Gold Medal Commission will be gathering in Los Angeles in celebration of the late President Sadat's vision for peace between Egypt and Israel. I would like to express my special recognition to Ambassador Mahimar, who makes every Egyptian proud of her service in the diplomatic corps. I would like to also recognize, okay, that's myself. Unfortunately, I am unable to join you in person due to a personal injury, but I am with you in spirit, and I applaud your furthering the awareness of the Commission's goal to celebrate the heroism that President Sadat displayed in his relentless, brave, and uncompromising pursuing of peace. I wish you all a splendid evening, and I remain with best wishes. Yours truly, Shafiq Gabar, International Chairman, Anwar Sadat Celebration Commission. Thank you.
Madam Ambassador, or Her Excellency in Egypt, and it was really a big treat to get her on a personal level. Here we are, right before Passover, Pesach, and here we are on Shabbat HaGadol, which is one of the biggest Shabbats in the Jewish calendar, and here we are in an Iranian synagogue. And who's going to address us? The ambassador of Egypt, as we're supposed to commemorate leaving Egypt. So really, Egypt came to us, and I have to say, without the formal introductions, this year, when I conducted the Pesach Seder, I had my grandkids there, I had my kids from Israel, 4 of them live in Israel now, thank God, and they're all there around the table, and I was bringing photographs of the Giza pyramids. I was bringing photographs of the Nile, and I said, I was there, I really saw how this happened. And my wife said, I don't know what got into you, but this is the most amazing Seder you ever conducted. So my recommendation is that if you want to experience a different Seder this year, go to Cairo. It won't be the same. She has done a host of ambassadorships at the Vatican, throughout Europe and many countries, and she's been in Los Angeles. I think she'll be here a few more months, from what I understand. And every day that goes by, almost I'm in synagogue, and someone else comes and goes, "When is she going to come back to talk to us again?"
So, dear friends, we are gathered tonight, enjoying the hospitality of Jack and Linda. Nurafshan, for a very special event which changed the face of history for a whole region. A region which has suffered the pains and horrors of war like no other region in the world. As 2019 coincides with the centennial of the birth of a man and a leader who made history, a year which also marks the 40th anniversary of a peace treaty this same man brokered between two nations which were at a state of war for decades. It is not a coincidence that we are coming here together to commemorate the man who had a vision and had the will to make it a reality. We are here to celebrate the award of President Anwar Sadat to the Congressional Gold Medal. I'm honored to participate in celebrating his enduring legacy generations to come, will enable our peoples to live in peace and prosperity, harvesting the dividends of his courageous move. Awarding Anwar Sadat with the Congressional Gold Medal, which is considered the highest civilian award medal and the utmost expression of appreciation for distinguished achievements and contribution to humanity in order to safeguard his vision and maintain solid and lasting.